Hi, Jim Roemer with your weekly commodity review here on Talk Markets. And again, you can get a free trial to my twice a week newsletter, Weather Wealth, or the monthly newsletter, Climate Tell, just talks about global climate and weather. First of all, this report will be talking a lot about what trace metals are, actually rare earth metals, and also about Greenland. But before that, we could see how up till about 6 to 9 months ago, the global Bloomberg commodity index actually crashed last year because of COVID-19 and also generally good crops and great weather prior to La Nina for cocoa, coffee, and grains. But then look how over the last 6 to 9 months, on the right of that chart there, you see that now commodities are approaching a 5-year trend line in resistance as improvement in the global economy and ideas, of course, about the vaccine and also weather problems for crops for grains have really caused an explosion in commodities over the last 6 to 9 months. Some of the things that we watched for clients, though, not all weather up there about 6 months ago, we talked about possibly gold prices going down because of the potential for rising interest rates and also some inflation. Indeed, gold has dropped about 10 to 15% over the last few months, but could be a longer-term good buying opportunity. But the main thing we're really focused in is with agricultural markets, our specialty for 35 years. Look to the left of that chart. That's 2012, the last time that we saw the Turkey Agricultural Grain Fund, TAG, at the all-time highs. And we begin to see that market actually rally here over the last few months. It could be a very exciting summer market for the grains, particularly if we see this drought expand once again. Look at the spring wheat areas up in northern North Dakota and South Dakota, and also the cotton growing areas. Two areas we're going to be very closely monitoring here over the next few months that could excite some of the agricultural markets. Indeed, regarding agriculture and versus some of the precious metal markets, this was as of a week or so ago, the Turkey Ag Fund, ETF, of about 5.5% for the year. Look at aluminum, look at the top of your screen, platinum, a lot of metals going up because of the stronger, greener economy. And indeed, in this report, we're going to talk about that, but also our newsletters that we have every couple of weeks. Talk a lot about La Nina. Will we begin to see the ocean cool off more toward a La Nina once again? That's still possible and could affect global commodities. A lot of people are expecting more of a neutral La Nina this summer, but I don't think that's likely. I think we may go back into a La Nina. That could be bullish for natural gas, bullish for some grains, and many commodities. So we hope you join us. In the meantime, this report today is actually going to talk briefly about what rare earth metals are, as I believe somewhat really in climate change, and these are used in new technologies for the green economy around the world. And what's happening right now in Greenland, look at that melting ice caps, icebergs and mountains in the background there. Greenland firsthand is seeing climate change. They are also potentially the second biggest producer in the world of rare earth metals, but are having some political issues right now. So they actually could feed the world with precious metals of rare earths as well as China, and that could be a bullish longer-term implication. I think it over some of these political struggles. In the report today, we'll talk briefly about that. Hope you enjoy. And once again, our really inexpensive newsletter is $13 a month. Teaches you about climate change, weather, crops, commodities. It's called Climate Intelligence from my website. We also have Weather Wealth, a much more sophisticated, twice a week trading strategy recommendations from my website, bestweatherinc.com. Thank you, and have a nice weekend and next week.